start with Zelensky's point of view. I think he needs, and it is clear that that is his motivation, he needs to keep the story alive. I don't have to tell you that in this very fast-moving and busy news cycle that we are accustomed to, it's difficult to keep a story alive for weeks and months.
It's true that it has gone a little bit down in the conscience, the war, as it goes on and on. People get tired and they move on.
That's exactly what I mean. So he has more or less finished the rounds of speaking to parliaments. And now come the visits to Kyiv, and I believe that there will be more Europeans and maybe others who will come to visit there. And each such visit gives visibility to the story, but also gives Zelensky an opportunity to repeat a wish list that he had voiced even in front of parliaments, this time in front of the executive leaders of these countries. So I think there is real importance in his from his point of view to such visits. And as far as the Boris Johnson visit goes, he has specific successes with promises for increased military aid, economic aid, and this promise that unfortunately seems a little bit far away for the moment of reconstruction after the war.
Right, and where does the reconstruction really go now, as there are more areas that are kind of safe, that are out of the conflict at the moment, maybe the Kyiv region? Do you think we're going to see the European leaders kind of jump in there in the EU and send money for the reconstruction efforts?
It's a good question, because there's a risk here that things will deteriorate again, and that the Kyiv region will again become a target for Russian intervention and Russian attacks. So I think the predictable thing is that countries will wait a little bit to see that the situation stabilizes. And then, yes, of course, I think there is an interest from everywhere to see the reconstruction and the rehabilitation of as many neighborhoods and towns in Ukraine, to see it happening fast, because that will also dampen or lessen the pressure on the neighboring countries that have received hundreds of thousands, millions even, of refugees. And if some of them can return safely, I really underline the word safely, to their places, to the places where they used to live, then that is in everybody's interest.
All right, Daniel Shek, former Israeli ambassador to France, thank you very much for that.